Good evening, Oswego. Happy Halloween, and thanks for joining us. I'm Adam Levine.
And I'm Robin Sharbatsky. Some of our stories tonight may be true and some may be completely false, but it's up to you to decide which are which.
Coming up, one person is dead after a crash in the Oswego County town of Granby on Wednesday.
Plus, authorities are investigating after a puppy was found dead on the side of the road.
We'll have more on these stories in just a bit, but first, a quick check of your weather with Storm Team 10 meteorologist Aubrey Hepburn. Aubrey?
Hey, thanks guys, and a very good evening to you, Oswego. I'm going to take a quick look at your Halloween forecast right before we head to the break. As we look at your current conditions right now, you can see it's already starting to rain, and unfortunately, that rain is going to stick with us as we head through this Halloween evening. However, right now we're at 59, and we're not going to bottom out much lower. So tonight's actually going to be a pretty warm night for all of the trick-or-treaters. Now, your regional radar shows kind of dismal conditions right now. Unfortunately, we have very widespread showers throughout the entire New York area and really the entire New England area, and these showers are only going to stay with us as we head through the night. So as you head out for your evening plans, definitely make sure that you grab the rain gear over those beautiful costumes. Now tonight we have evening showers again, mainly after midnight. A slight chance of spookiness. I can't rule it out, but we'll see. Winds out of the south at 20 to 25 miles per hour and gusts up to 62. We are under a high wind warning for tonight into tomorrow, and I'll talk about that a little bit more after the break. But as you start making your evening plans, definitely keep that in mind. And like I said, the showers will stick with us and we'll only bottom out at around 57, so it will be a pretty warm evening. Now, your 3-day forecast shows that tomorrow the wind stays with us, but as we head into the weekend, the sun does make an appearance in Oswego, and don't forget to set that clock back for an extra hour of sleep on Saturday night. Now, will the sun stay with us as we head into the work week next week? I'll have a full look at your forecast right after the break, but for now, I'm going to send it back to the desk.
Thanks, Aubrey. I'm so excited to see that sun. Well, a car crash in Oswego County left one man dead on Wednesday. Police say 33-year-old Matthew Bivens of Fulton died from injuries suffered in a two-car crash on County Route 8 in Granby. Troopers say the crash happened at about 2:45 p.m. when a 2004 Ford Ranger pickup truck attempted to turn north on County Route 8 while Bivens was traveling south. Bivens drove into the lane northbound, striking the Ford Ranger head-on. Bivens was transported to Oswego Hospital by ambulance where he later died from his injuries. State police are continuing their investigation of the accident.
Syracuse police are currently searching for information on a dead pit bull puppy that was found Tuesday on Onondaga Creek Boulevard. The 6-month-old puppy was found on the side of the road, wrapped in a sweatshirt and jacket stuffed into a trash bag. The puppy weighed 9 pounds but should have weighed closer to 20. It had been dead for about 48 hours before it was found. Authorities say it is clear the pit bull had been mistreated its entire life. Anyone with information on the case is asked to call the Central New York SPCA at 454-3469 or file a report online.
The 5-star urgent care in Cicero is putting safety first this Halloween for young trick-or-treaters by offering free digital X-ray imaging of Halloween candy. Laurel DeLorme, who works with the urgent care facility, says it's fun for the kids and helps the parents feel safe knowing there will be no metal items in the candy their children will soon be consuming. The X-rays will be performed between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. in the towns of Cicero and Ithaca.
Children won't be the only ones roaming the streets tonight in honor of Halloween. Parole officers say they will be out in full force. Officers will be making rounds all night long, checking in on sex offenders to make sure they are following the law and staying away from children. Sex offenders are not allowed to hand out candy or wear costumes. Officers say they are also not allowed to leave their house due to the fact that they have to answer their phone in case the parole officer calls. Fortunately, officers say very rarely do they find a sex offender violating the law.
A man charged with stabbing 2 women to death Monday in Liverpool was in a love triangle with both victims, 2 sources say. 26-year-old Justin Dallas of Syracuse drove to his former lover Samantha Rainwater's house at around 11 a.m. Monday, angry over her relationship with his estranged wife, Brandy Dallas. Justin Dallas is accused of stabbing the woman to death with a 4 to 6-inch pocket knife. Dallas is also accused of stealing his wife's car and driving to Onondaga Lake, where he was caught in chest-deep water with what prosecutors have called a possible suicide attempt.
A Syracuse man who escaped a Kentucky jail before being charged in a burglary spree this summer in Onondaga County could face 10 years in state prison under an agreement offered today in county court. Louis Dutchins was led into court with extra precaution. These precautions were taken because he escaped a Kentucky prison and is also a fugitive in Tennessee, where he's accused of shooting at a river barge. After his case is closed in Onondaga County, he will likely be sent to Kentucky and Tennessee for proceedings there.
Are you or someone you know interested in learning more about SUNY Oswego? Well, on Monday, November 11th, stop by our campus for Veterans Day Open House. There will be tours, presentations, and special events such as an open gallery in Tyler Hall and walking tours of SUNY Oswego's brand new Shinneman Center and Rice Creek Field Station. The event will last from 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. and parking is free for all visitors.
Every year, the students in the Communication Studies Department put together the Media Summit, which is a chance for students to hear from professionals in the field. This year's theme is Get in the Game, and the panel will feature alums such as Steve Levy and John Kuko. The summit is taking place Wednesday, November 6th at 3 p.m. in the Waterman Theater. Seating is free but not reserved. If you're not able to make it, it will be televised live here on WTOP and live streamed on our website.
Well, for Halloween, many students go to local thrift stores in search of that perfect costume on a college student budget.
Reporter Victoria Diana caught up with some students in search of last-minute costumes at the thrift store. Let's see what students are being for Halloween this year.
Hi, I'm Victoria Diana here out on this absolutely gorgeous Halloween day. Just kidding, it's actually disgusting out right now. But we went out on the town in Oswego to catch up with people doing some last-minute Halloween shopping. Now it seems a new trend right now is to go to the thrift shop to get your costume, which is pretty smart because everybody's on that cheap college budget. Now let's go see what everybody's being for Halloween.
I'm gonna be a Canadian. Well, for one of the days.
I'm gonna be a woman for Halloween.
Forrest Gump when he's running.
I'm gonna be the Joker from The Dark Knight.
Awesome, and you're gonna try to find your costume here at the thrift store?
I got most of it. I gotta find a little bit in there, but yeah.
Okay. Nice. Now, do you usually go to the thrift store to find a Halloween costume, or is this your first time?
This is my first time. I don't have a lot of money now, so the thrift shop seemed like a good idea.
All right, now that we caught up with everybody doing some last-minute Halloween shopping, I have to go out and get my own Halloween costume because I still don't know what I'm gonna be at. So let's take it back to the desk. I'm Victoria Diana from WTOP reporting.
Wow, Victoria, great job. I want you for my team.
Bravo.
Well, coming up after the break, the sighting of a creature identified as the Canadian Bigfoot right here on the SUNY Oswego campus.
Plus, we'll have a full look at your rainy but mild forecast with Chief Meteorologist Audrey Hepburn. Don't go anywhere. You're watching WTOP 10 News.
I'm lucky. I get to do something I love.
How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork?
I help keep kids in school,
Good.
and that's the name of the game.
My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
We are the Tigers from Pet 885. And you are watching WTOP. Yeah.
Attention students and faculty. Avery Rental Properties is now renting for the next school year. Avery accommodates all group sizes, small or large. Avery Rental Properties. Make our house your home. 24-hour maintenance, garbage removal, snow removal, and off-street parking. Avery Rental Properties. 315-343-5005.
The 2013 Louis B. O'Donnell Media Summit. Moderated by ESPN sports broadcaster in class of '87 Steve Levy. Coming to Waterman Theater November 6th. Stay connected by visiting mediasummit.org for updates.
My husband! Where's my husband?
Stop.
What's she doing? 2,
She was the passenger. So I was T-boned on the passenger side.
We just had some wine. I wasn't even drunk. I was just buzzed.
What? You were just buzzed? Well, sir, you didn't tell us that. In that case, she's just fine.
Yeah. I'm fine.
Really?
No, not really.
Buzz driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal.
And a very good Halloween to you, Oswego. I'm Chief Meteorologist Aubrey Hepburn here with a quick look at what you can expect for the weather this evening and into the next coming days. But before I look at our current conditions, I want to look at our trick-or-treat forecast. As you can see, around the country right now, the west is having some pretty pleasant conditions, so they're looking at a great time with trick-or-treating. I don't know about this giant spider in Mexico. You might want to watch out for that. But as we move on to our area, you can see that we are unfortunately expecting rainy and windy conditions for trick-or-treating, and that's going to be our main weather story today as we talk about your evening plans for Halloween. As we look at the current conditions right now, the rain is already starting to fall, and we are sitting at 59 right now. Now, we're shaping up to actually be pretty warm tonight, but we will see the wind and the rain throughout the evening. Now, your state temperatures right now show the same kind of trend, definitely warmer than we've been seeing. 52 is our cold spot up in Plattsburgh, not very cold at all. As we move around the state, we're in the upper 50s to the lower 60s. As we move to our hot spot in Rochester, you guys are at 67. You're looking for a great Halloween evening this evening. And as we swoop on down to New York City, we can see that we cool off a little bit with temperatures in the 50s and 60s. Now, as I take a look at your national radar, our previous graphics showed this a little bit. This low pressure system is really what's affecting us right now. This warm front already moved through our area, and that's why we saw showers all day today, kind of gray, gloomy conditions. Now, this cold front that's bringing with it very heavy precipitation hasn't moved in yet. And as that moves in through this evening and into tomorrow, we're not only going to see increased rain, but increased winds. And as we zoom in on the regional radar, you can see these showers are already affecting most of New York, even into Pennsylvania, just basically the entire New England area. So definitely keep that in mind as you start your evening plans. Now, your top weather headlines: Happy Halloween, Oswego, one of my favorite holidays. However, for your Halloween, we're looking at a pretty windy day. We are under a high wind watch right now, and what that means is from 1 a.m. tonight to 11 p.m. tomorrow, we are looking at winds out of the south at 30 to 40 miles per hour and gusts up to 55, maybe even more. So definitely keep that in mind as you make your plans. However, next week seems to clear up quite a bit, and I'll have a look at that in just a couple minutes. Now, like I said, these strong winds are definitely something that you want to keep in mind, especially around the lakeshore, right where Oswego is. We're seeing gusts of 95 kilometers per hour, not miles per hour. That would be some very crazy winds, even for Halloween. That really equates to about 50 or 60 miles per hour. So definitely some dangerous winds, but certainly not as dangerous as it might appear. Now, tonight we have some evening showers, mainly after midnight. So if you're going out trick-or-treating early, you should be okay, but you might want to grab the rain gear just in case. I'm going to say about a 10% chance of spookiness. Can't rule it out tonight. Winds out of the south at 20 to 25 miles per hour and gusts up to 62, so definitely keep that in mind. But we're only going to bottom out at around 57, a warm one. Tomorrow is going to be very windy. Again, that wind advisory is going to last throughout the entire day. Showers are really going to be on and off throughout the day, but we will see the sun again with a high of 63. And as we move to tomorrow night, the showers stay with us. It's going to be a little breezy, but those winds will calm down to 10 to 15 miles per hour. We're going to bottom out at around 48. Now, as we look at this weekend, we're going to be a little bit colder as the cool air swoops down as the jet stream dips. But what's nice about that is that this weekend we will see the sun once again. So like I said, tomorrow is windy. As we move into the weekend, though, the sun starts to come back. And make sure you set those clocks back for daylight savings time. You definitely want to get that extra hour of sleep, especially after Halloween weekend. And as we move into the work week, we are looking at nothing but sun, cooler temperatures, but the sun will be our main factor of weather into next week. And it's been quite a while since we've seen the sun, actually. I know the past couple of days have been just nothing but gray and rain, and it's nice to see the sun again.
I'm a little upset about all the rain at the beginning, but there is sun at the end, so I would like you for my team.
Oh,
awesome.
No. First, answer me. Are you going to be getting breakfast at Tiffany's tomorrow?
You know what? I think I might be game for
All right.
breakfast at Tiffany's tomorrow.
You're on my
Wait,
team.
my team.
Guys.
You have to choose.
We can all get breakfast at Tiffany's tomorrow.
All right,
Okay.
sounds good. And then we can all go to the mall.
Okay, I like it. Perfect.
All right, thank you, Audrey. Well, early this Halloween morning at approximately 3:15 a.m., an unidentified student witnessed a creature recently identified by the Oswego police as the Canadian Bigfoot. The student was enjoying the peaceful sounds of Lake Ontario. Then they saw a large figure walking across the water. The creature approached the student, gave him a firm handshake, and asked for directions to the Oswego sub shop. It was not reported whether or not the Canadian Bigfoot enjoyed his sub shop sandwich.
In the spirit of Halloween, police in Colorado got a little creative to send a warning for drivers to watch out for kids in school crosswalks. One police officer dressed up as Count Dracula and strolled crosswalks during rush hour in Lakewood Wednesday to see if drivers would yield to them. Authorities are calling it Operation Transylvania. The effort was modeled after a similar approach by police in California using a 7-foot-tall gingerbread man.
Well, this year, prices have soared in costume shops across the country for Fox costumes. The only reasonable explanation for this sudden increase in sales for the beloved woodland creature is thanks to the brothers Vigard and Bard Ylvisaker, commonly known as Ylvis. Their fascinating YouTube song wowed the world, so expect quite a number of foxes at your door tonight looking for some candy. It is still yet to be reported exactly what does the fox say. Well, this week, Humans vs. Zombies at SUNY Oswego was in full swing.
Ian Dembling has the story.
They could be anywhere. Hiding in bushes, lurking in the shadows. High and low, near and far, you won't be able to escape this week at SUNY Oswego because the zombies are out for blood. The annual event Humans vs. Zombies, run by the Storytellers Guild, is traditionally played during the final week of October, coinciding with the other Halloween-themed festivities throughout Oswego County. The entry fee is $2 and all money benefits Child's Play, a non-for-profit organization that donates video games to children in hospitals. Event head Don Tyson says HVZ usually raises a lot of money for the charity.
Last year and the year before, combined, it was about $700. This year, we're still calculating.
Child's Play began in 2003 and now donates to over 70 hospitals in North America, Europe, Asia, and even Australia. Video game enthusiast Kat Vaughn, whose brother spent last summer in the hospital, is excited to give back and support the cause while also having fun.
It feels really good because I just want to try and bring a smile to the face of some kid who really needs it.
Humans vs. Zombies table will be up in the campus center for the rest of the week for anyone who wishes to continue to donate to Child's Play. Now, I gotta get to class, but hopefully I don't see any more zombies! Ah! For WTOP 10 News, Ian Dembling reporting. Well, you know, that Ian Dembling guy, he seems really awesome. I think I'm gonna have him for my team. That's it.
Adam, I'm sorry, but you can't have everyone.
Well,
He's
you know
on
what?
my team.
I trust that this kid is gonna be really good. I just have a feeling.
He's mine.
All right, well, we'll have to argue about this over the break, but coming up, we will hear all about the fan favorite game, Pirates of the Caribbean.
And we will have your full sports update. But first, here's a look at your late night menu.
The forest is precious. One careless act caused by people, and its beauty could be gone for a lifetime. Protect our friends in the forest.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
The 2013 Louis B. O'Donnell Media Summit. Moderated by ESPN sports broadcaster and class of '87 Steve Levy. Coming to Waterman Theater November 6th. Stay connected by visiting mediasummit.org for updates.
Every night before the show, me and the guys, we like to loosen up a little bit.
Blue 42, hike!
Every now and then, Dan likes to take it a little too far. But hey, the show's all about competition, so we'll take it.
Stupid Dan with stupid football and stupid running.
Hi, I'm CNN's Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television station.
Attention students and faculty. Avery Rental Properties is now renting for the next school year. Avery accommodates all group sizes, small or large. Avery Rental Properties. Make our house your home. 24-hour maintenance, garbage removal, snow removal, and off-street parking. Avery Rental Properties. 315-343-5005.
I'm lucky. I get to do something I love.
How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork?
I help keep kids in school.
Good.
And that's the name of the game.
My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 News. Well, she's interviewed LeBron James and taken us through the wild adventures of Grand Theft Auto 5. Now Amanda McKnight has information on the latest game, Assassin's Creed 4.
What are you doing? Dude, no, stop. I'm just trying to... No! Stop. I just wanted to tell them about Assassin's Creed 4. Assassin's Creed Black Flag is like no other Assassin's Creed. Other than the slight connections with the previous games, this storyline is brand new. Starting on a clean slate, Ubisoft sets Black Flag in a new time period in the 1700s, the golden age of piracy. Ubisoft's goal was to make this the best pirate game ever, the definition of what a pirate game should be. Being set in the Caribbean, there are plenty of islands for the players to explore. Most time playing will be spent at sea, though there are a couple of cities that you still have the option to survey. With Black Flag, at sea is where you want to be. As for characters, the main assassin is not like characters in the past. With a new twist on the game, the new assassin Edward is much different from the others. According to Azra Ismail, Assassin's Creed game director, there is this real human quality to Edward. This is because Edward doesn't start out as a hero. He's very confused with himself and clearly has some regrets he's got lingering around, something many of the people playing can relate to that affect us as a person. This offers a mystery for the players to find out who Edward really is. Assassin's Creed Black Flag is a great way to open up to the new generation of consoles. The new story welcomes gamers who are not required to have played the previous games to understand what's going on. The player is open to step right into the Assassin's Creed world, with the promise that Black Flag is the best looking Assassin's Creed yet. Who knows what Ismail has in store with the new consoles Sony and Microsoft have coming. The mystery continues until the release of Black Flag this Tuesday, October 29th.
You know, I think I might get Barney that new game.
Oh, Robin, he would love it, especially more than that ducky tie of his.
He can't get enough of the ducky tie.
That's true.
And now it's time for a full look at sports with Batman.
The Oswego, sorry, I have a cough. The Oswego men's hockey team opens up their 2013 season with a busy weekend hosting Fredonia on Green Night and Buffalo State for Hall of Fame Night. Both games are at 7 p.m. in the Campus Center Arena, with Fredonia game on Friday and the Buffalo State game on Saturday. The Lakers will try to start the year off on a positive note and make their way to another successful year. Tickets are free at the box office with your student ID. The rest of Oswego State Athletics has a scary busy weekend as well, as 6 different teams have games on Saturday. The men's and women's cross-country teams travel to Oneonta for the SUNYAC Championships at 11 a.m. The women's soccer team also plays at 11, but they will be at Brockport taking on the Golden Eagles in the first round of the 2013 SUNYAC tournament. The winner will face off against number 1 ranked Oneonta in the semifinals. The women's hockey team has 2 games over the weekend, hosting New England at 3 p.m. on Saturday and Castleton on Sunday at 3 p.m. as well. Women's volleyball hosts Keuka at 11 and Wells College at 3 for Senior Day. And finally, the swimming and diving team travels to Wells College at 1 p.m. for their meet to wrap up the terrifyingly packed weekend for Oswego sports. The Beards were Boston strong as the Boston Red Sox closed out their 8th World Series victory with a 6-1 win over the St. Louis Cardinals. David Ortiz was named MVP, posting a record-setting .668 batting average and being the major spark for the Red Sox throughout the series. It was the first time that the Red Sox closed out a series at home since 1918. Former Syracuse point guard Michael Carter-Williams had an almost superhero-like performance in his rookie debut with 22 points against the defending champion Miami Heat. He topped off the night with 12 assists and 9 steals, leading the 76ers over the Heat 114-110. That's it for sports. Now back over to the news desk.
Well, a lot of exciting sports going on out there, but we will be back in just 90 seconds.
But first, take a look at your community calendar.
Get your Smokey on. If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference, because 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Down 70-35, and the Cougars were getting smoked like a cheap cigar.
So what sets the Rundown apart from other newscasts is that it brings students together to voice their opinions on the world's most important political issues.
There seems to be just more events going on in 2012 than there were in previous years combined.
This nation is based on the foundation that we choose the government.
Do we use 1, 2, and 3? We work hard to bring you the most up-to-date, relevant coverage of the stories you should be following. The country has now gone over the fiscal cliff.
Is gun control necessary? How much is too much?
Does it surprise you that it's taken this long to have a serious talk about gun control? Students need to realize that this is the time when what's going on in Capitol Hill and around the world starts to affect them.
And really, the fate of the entire country is at hand here.
This is it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go camera 2.
Good evening and welcome to the Rundown. I'm Megan Roberts.
Attention students and faculty. Avery Rental Properties is now renting for the next school year. Avery accommodates all group sizes, small or large. Avery Rental Properties. Make our house your home. 24-hour maintenance, garbage removal, snow removal, and off-street parking. Avery Rental Properties. 315-343-5005.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 News. Well, the White House is in the Halloween spirit. Check out what the president's travel pool saw Wednesday night after their return to Washington from Boston. Well, there's lots of orange lights, goblins, ghouls, and other ghosts. Hopefully, no one will get caught in the giant spider web on the lawn when they trick-or-treaters arrive Thursday. Some local children and military kids will be treated to first family festivities on Halloween night.
Authorities say there have been a rise in complaints of suspicious activity in college housing. Students are saying they believe their houses are haunted. Chelsea from 16 Babcock Street says that she will be alone in her house and hear stomping noises from another room. Another student says bathroom doors will open and close by itself. Police say this year is record-breaking in the amount of calls they have received, although they encourage you to call if you have any safety concerns.
And before we say goodnight, here's one final look at your forecast with meteorologist Audrey Hepburn.
Hey, thanks guys. As we look at tonight, as you make your Halloween plans, we're looking at some evening showers and it's definitely going to be very windy. So keep that in mind as you head out to trick or treat or have any other Halloween plans. Now always follow us online on Twitter at WTOP10, on Facebook at facebook.com/WTOP10TV. And if you have any cool weather pictures or Halloween pictures, go ahead and send them to meteorology@WTOP10.com.
Well, that was a lot of very exciting news tonight. Batman, how did you feel about those Red Sox winning the World Series?
Well, I, being a Yankee fan myself, was not very happy, but it was a great atmosphere in Boston, and it was good to watch, since tonight I'll have a busy night with crime.
Oh, wow. What's the latest story so far?
I have a couple of robberies on West First that I got to check out, so we'll see how it goes.
Are you going to check out the suspicion that the college students are having, these ghosts that seem to be lurking?
See,
ghosts?
I don't really deal with ghosts. That's more in the other areas of the Justice League.
But you know, I heard that there are some zombies lurking around this area, some humans who are running away from some zombies. Can you go save those humans? Save their lives?
Well, the humans are actually very equipped weapon-wise, so they should be able to hold themselves off for a while, but if I see any concern, I'll definitely check it out.
Good. Also, you know, we've got that sun coming out really soon.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty excited about it.
Definitely looking like a great week next week.
Well, I'm very excited. It's been a little bit rainy. Robin, what are your plans for Halloween?
Well, I think I'm going to go out as Juliana Rancic. You know, I really look up to her, so I might trick-or-treat with Barney as Juliana.
That's very exciting. I'm excited about that. And your plans, Audrey?
I'm just going to, you know, trick-or-treat maybe a little bit, kind of appreciate Halloween, definitely.
Will we go to breakfast at Tiffany's
We will
tomorrow?
absolutely have breakfast at Tiffany's tomorrow.
So breakfast at Tiffany's tomorrow, then the mall, and then we'll fight some crime, and then maybe after that we'll hear some really talented singers on The Voice.
Perfect.
How does that
Sounds like
sound?
a good day to me.
Well, that'll do it for us here at WTOP 10 News. For the entire 10 News team, I'm Adam Levine.
I'm Robin Scherbatsky.
Stay tuned for everything else here at WTOP 10. Have a good night, Oswego.